Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Thursday, July the 6th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Trading red news with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and different from Walmal's. Walmal, we got ADP at quarter past the hour.
Yes, we do. And that's always but not always, but most of the time it's a big mover on the market, and it sets the tone for tomorrow with NFP coming out. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here, and it's interesting also in conjunction with the FOMC meeting minutes that came out yesterday afternoon, where basically it was very we narrowly didn't get a rate increase by only one vote, and every single member went and said that there will be more interest rates increases this year. So so when putting those things together, well, it'll be interesting to see, because as we know, the idea is to try to slow the economy down with those interest rate increases, but at the same time, the market wants to see more employment because that means more spending, which means that what's going to happen is it circles back on itself. It forces the Fed to go and raise interest rates.
Yeah, we got less than a minute here. And we did hit that 80, and looks like we reversed.
Yeah. I have a gap down on the current 1 minute candle. It would have been a nice little flip-flop box there trade, but I don't trade this. Just too worrisome for me. So
yeah.
So far we've got a down candle, so we'll see what happens with that. It's
We
a
got
little experiment.
15 seconds. Ten. Oh, we're right there. Holy cow!
Busted down.
Oh, well, I had that short trade on. As soon as I saw that, I popped out. I got 12.5 pips.
Nice.
I got out at 62. But it's still dropping.
Yeah, the gap down on my chart was 10.5 pips.
Wow. It's still dropping.
And this is the reason why I don't try to trade this first candle, because stuff like this happens.
Yeah.
And if I would have let's say I was long for whatever reason, and let's say I put my stop loss at 70, it would not have honored it until all the way down to 65 or even 60 maybe.
Right. Well, it's put in a new 3-ball. Let's see what happens here. We put in a 2-ball on the 5 minutes, so we still got 3-ball to 3-ball. So 48 will be a 38% retrace on the 5 minute, and 39 would be a 50% retrace off of that high. So let's see what happens here. We didn't quite get to the launch pad. We're hitting the Walmal 60 zone right now.
Yeah, if you look back on the 5 minute chart, we're right kind of in the middle of a return bar. So it's battling that midpoint that I always like to talk about.
Yeah,
so
and it took out that imbalance.
Yep.
And here's the push back down.
Yeah.
And it looks like we got about 91 pip range on the day. Okay, we hit 49.9, so we did touch the launch pad. Here we go. Wow, I'm almost kicking myself for getting out of that trade.
But you didn't know what it was going to do, so.
You never know what it's going to do, but we know what
Yeah.
it does statistically. But it's one of those things where, hey, when you get pips really quick, you take them because the market can take them back just as quick.
Yep. I wonder what the numbers were. I haven't even looked yet.
Nope.
Just a curiosity. See if they posted. Wow. They were expecting 226,000 new jobs, and they got 500,000 new jobs.
Well,
so they more than doubled.
And that's the real number because that's ADP. They don't lie, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if they get caught lying, what happens is everybody stops using them. So.
Right. Well, the funny thing is, though, I was listening, and somebody was talking about the economy, and I guess they're calling it, was it Bidenomics, and how great everything is. It's just like, well, wait a minute, we've got record unemployment, we've got inflation, we got gas prices through the roof, energy prices through the roof. It's just like, what's he talking about, Bidenomics? You gotta be kidding me, you know.
Well, the thing is, unfortunately, it's also a tale of two worlds too, because depending on where you're living in the U.S., the economies are just totally different. You know, where I am in Atlanta, there is no unemployment. You know, whereas you go into, let's say, the Northeast, or you go into a lot of these cities out on the West Coast, and unemployment's through the roof. And so it really comes down to where you're at and what your perspective is, and also what you're doing.
Right.
You know.
Well, we probably should get back to trading. We just came back to that 38% retrace at 48, 27.48.
Flip-flop box there, and the entry would have been at 48.7. And if I was paying attention instead of yab-dabbing, I would have taken that trade.
Oh, I don't have a flip-flop box. I have this is the first bull candle. I know, I should have probably taken a launch pad, trade. That would have been worth a few pips.
Yeah, my last, actually it's now candle 2. For me, that was a bull candle. It was only like 4 points, but
right.
Still, it's a bull candle. And that's actually something good to mention, I think. Sometimes, if I get a candle, let's say I get let's say my candle, that candle there was not a bull candle by that 3, 4, or 5 points, but let's say that it was a bear candle of 1 or 2 points, I would still consider that to be a flip-flop, even though the computer won't go in, and the indicator won't indicate that. I personally would go and say that's a flip-flop.
Right.
Just because, just what you just pointed out, is that your broker doesn't show it as a flip-flop, mine does.
And we got a flip-flop to the south right now, 46.
Yep. But that would have been a nice, 4 pips to pick up. So.
Right.
And now this current flip-flop, it's an inside bar. That's the reason why it's a flip-flop on my chart.
Well, inside bar has nothing to do with flip-flop. That's a state change.
State change. Well, yeah. Excuse me. All right. We'll see how this works out.
We're still up for the day and up for H4, so we're still above that daily open. And in fact, on the daily, the 34 was a flip-flop. Well, if you look at a daily flip-flop.
Yeah.
And let's see, H4, we're still above the previous H4 high. And 34 4.8 would be a 23% retrace on the H4 chart. So that's a number to look forward to. Wow. What did I punch out at? 62. It's now almost 42. That was 20 some pips more. But greed, don't want to be greedy, especially during news. And Walmal just lost the signal. He'll probably call back. There he is. He lost that signal again.
Yes, we did.
So we're sitting in the launch pad here.
Yep.
And
so
we're,
your inclination is
yeah.
to go long because of that, but my inclination is to go south. But the thing is, we've got news now in 7 minutes. And this is the weekly unemployment. So we have back-to-back news today.
Well, then that means, if anything, it should push it right back down.
Yep. I'm getting into that window where I don't like to take any trades.
Right. And if you notice here on the multimeters, I'm looking at the basically EMA 5 with the close. That's the indicator 2. See, we got pullbacks all the way back almost to actually below H1. And so now price is starting to move up because you got a signal here. So that's what I look to see for these to turn. So you can see we had, this is all a pullback, and then price is starting to turn. So usually I like to see these go gray, or at least a couple of them go gray, like that one, like right here on H1 is going gray, and price, there you go. So once again, there was a little opportunity there to move off the bottom of that launch pad down at 42. I'm a little hesitant to do that at the moment.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to do anything again just because of the
news
coming out in
yeah.
a few minutes.
And that's red news, right?
Yes, sir. And lately, that unemployment number has been moving the market. In the old days, it was red, but it just didn't move the market that much. But
yeah.
Lately, I think just because there's so many eyes on the unemployment numbers, what's happening is people are really paying attention to it.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to do a shout out to Seeker, who usually likes to thank us for putting out the videos. I'm curious, Seeker, how goes your trading? Let us all know. And let's see, we're coming out of that flip-flop box and push right back in. Price is doing the herky-jerky right now.
I call it the chicken dance.
Yeah.
Just like the wedding chicken dance, but on top of that, it's afraid to go and make a move.
Right. But this is now just pretty much a waiting game. And see, once again, it drops down and it'll pop up a pip or two and then come right back. You gotta be quick.
Yeah, and for me, I'm not quick enough to do that, so I don't do that. I know there are people out there that are, but I'm not that quick. So
yeah. So okay, fellow traders, the fastest 15 minutes of trading is up. I hope you enjoyed that red news trading. Remember, you don't want to lose any more than you want to on any one single trade. And with red news, you definitely can. So you got to be really careful. As always, when you trade, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.